is de Dam-to-Dam-fiets.
So our whole neighborhood, literally from our front door, is how do you say that?
Sealed off.
Sealed off because of these guys.
No, it is going to be a marathon.
Yeah, there's going a marathon, but these are also part of the marathon, I think.
I think
Not
this
really
is
sure.
just something different.
It's so crazy to see so many bicycles in front of our door. So we're standing here just to have the feeling that we're outside and have our breakfast, our usual Sunday morning early walk breakfast. Yeah. Love our neighborhood. Anyway,
That's it.
that's it. I don't have anything else to report. Enjoy your Sunday, enjoy your breakfast. Yeah, I just love walking through these old streets. This neighborhood, we just saw one of the oldest buildings has 1642, I think, on them, so it's really old. Just to give you a preference, it's older. It was here before the US was even existing, taking its first steps. It's beautiful.
The old bridge.
Yeah, this old bridge.
It's a round fart.
It's a round vaart.
Round fart.
That's how we say it in Dutch. Rondvaart. But in English, it sounds completely different meaning. Did you guys knew that I climb all the way up here? I did some voluntary work for the LGBT plus community. And the guy that was running the place, we became good friends. So
Their office is there.
yeah, he had his office here. It was magnificent. So because we were friends, he just allowed me to go all the way up. And Mike was standing right here. I was looking down on Mike, looking so tiny.
Something's going on with the cycling.
There's nothing going on. They're having a tournament, I think. A tour. Something with a tour.
So we have the marathon.
We have a marathon, yeah, and we have this. So we have people running and we have people bicycling. But cycling. And it's all on the same day. And they meet each other on different same paths. So maybe that wasn't really smart move. Not really sure.
Let's walk that way.
Look at this. These are neighbors behind our home. This is what they have going on here. I just love it. It's so
I
cute.
want the poodle.
You want the poodle?
Yeah.
I think I want the poodle too. But I like this guy too. Oh, and they have a cat. Oh no, that's a candle. Candle holder. Ah. It's cute.
It's cute.
It's really cute. Look at that. It's already Christmassy. Already Christmassy. So cute. I just love
Look
it.
at the baby hats.
Oh no, Mike. It's oh yeah. Look at that. That's really cute. This is really cute. Oh no, it's raining.
It's raining hard.
It's raining really hard. We're actually supposed to keep walking to get back home because it's raining like crazy, but I just love these neighborhoods. Mini libraries. So cute. Especially these old comics.
Brammetje Bram.
Brammetje Bram. En Tom Poes. So guys, you know the tour that we told you about? The bicycle tour? It looks like they're making circles through the city. That guy's funny. He sees a huge convoy coming and he's trying to cross the road. I love mornings like these. The city still sleeps It's so empty, so deserted on the streets. I love it. It makes the early morning walks just much better. Oh yeah, I once did in my voluntary work a project to help the lost youth, and for an interview they did with me, they hired this photographer that wanted to take some pictures of me, and she told me that her grandpa was the one that made this. Isn't that cute? Isn't that nice? So her grandpa is a sculptor, and she too, in a way, I guess one can say. It's so cute. Yeah, I just love it. Love when the city is deserted. You can walk. Hey, there's a wise lady still wearing a mask. See, we're not the only ones. We're not the only ones, guys. There's so much going on. So it comes down to now to just a personal philosophy. Are you going to trust the researches that you've done for yourself, or are you just gonna be making your own choice? Whatever. All is fine, I guess. It's all fine. Anyway. Stained glass, beautiful. Here used to reside a very old shop, and they used to have, was it this store, Mike? They used to have like a very old toys here, right? Very old toys, like very old. But it's not here anymore. It's gone, sadly. And then here you have a travel agency, which is also gone. I mean, who goes to travel agencies anymore? You know, all happens online. Sad. It's sad. Yeah, I'm sorry. The guy was stressing me. Yeah, so this one is gone. I didn't know this was one of the last travel agencies that we had here. And I just love the vibe. Made me think of old times. You know, when you finally had your money and you go into a travel agency. Well, now this one, obviously, because I've never been to China. But yeah, just go in, do your thing, the excitement, book your trip. And now this also is gone.
You made a boo-boo.
Guys, now I feel a little bit sheepy. I told you I poured my heart out, my heart and soul about the old shop with old toys. It's not that one. It's still here. It's still here.
This really is very old.
It's really old. Right?
Look at the window.
Yeah, look at that.
Look at the backing of the
Oh,
window.
sorry.
So that's something you don't ever see anymore. That's really 1930s.
Could be, yeah. They just don't do anything with this. It's so sad. They probably don't have the money to renovate it.
Look at the old hallway when you go in. You have the double door.
Yeah. The double wooden door. I don't know if you can see it. Oh yeah, and then there is this beautiful pattern. Did you see that, Mike, on the glass?
Yeah.
So beautiful. Oh my God. Yeah. I'm gonna zoom in. Oh, there. If we had the money, Mike. Oh yeah, look at that. You can see them even better in the reflection. They're so cute. That's really nice. The oldest toys. Baby sharky, sharky, shark. All these sharks, I just love it. Oh, and look, have you seen these M&Ms?
Yeah.
That is so cute.
And on the other side you have the biblical figures.
Oh yeah. Yeah, nativity. Jesus' birth. It's so cute. Oh yeah, this is maybe a better shot. There's so much glare, I'm sorry. Yeah, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. If we had the money, we would buy this, Mike. If we had the money, we would buy this. Swear to God. Oh yeah, can you guys see the old clock? No, too much glare.
What you want?
It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Look, they're doing what I'm doing, what me and Mark are doing, trying to peek through the window. Mickey Mouse and Bugs Bunny. You can buy anything for 10 euros. And the guy that makes the poems is willing to even autograph it for you. Yeah, it's really sad. But honestly, if we had the money, we would so buy this, renovate it, and then turn it into something, I don't know, maybe like an old toy museum, so that you guys can come enjoy it. Maybe we should start a fundraising for this one, and then me and Mike can buy it, and then you guys can all watch in vlogs how we renovate it and finally give it back to the community. It's beautiful. All right, we're going home now. Look,
Michael Jackson.
another blast from the past. Michael Jackson, the best of Michael Jackson.
And Santana.
Modern talking. I think you guys today should listen to all, or turn this into a playlist and think of us whenever you listen to it. So what is it we have above, Mike? The Strauss or Straubs?
Strauss.
And then the
Lake
Emerson, Lake and Palmer. And then here we have Peter Frampton, Modern Talking, Ready for Romance, Michael Jackson, Santana's, and then the Heart of Ballet. Sorry, I'm not focusing. I feel like I'm reading these words for the first time, all these names. And this is Patti Smith Group. There you have it. You now have a new Spotify playlist. My God, I haven't been visiting this our neighborhood comic shop in 3 years. We haven't been here in 3 years. Seriously. They are the kindest guys working here. They once allowed us to film inside, like make a whole vlog of their store. Wow, Mike, look at Chinatown. I've never seen it this dead.
It's rainy on a Sunday morning.
Yeah, raining on Sunday morning. Still, I don't know. Look at the scaffolding. The name of the company that rents this scaffolding is called Holland's Scaffolding Rental.
Cells.
The Dutch Tulip Girl and the Dutch Milk Girl.
Cheese.
Oh, cheese and milk? Yep, guys. Looks like autumn is really here, and it's here to stay. Until Father Winter chases away. So that old store is somewhere over here that I told you about. Again, I was just saying, Mike, I love it how deserted our neighborhood is.
It's,
It's really deserted.
like a bomb explosion.
Yeah, that's Chinatown. Just to give you an idea. We love it. We love
That's
it when
our
it's.
pharmacist,
Yeah, that's our pharmacist.
which is the oldest one
It is.
in Amsterdam.
It's the oldest one. It is.
Because this is the oldest part of Amsterdam
Yeah.
where it all started. And if you look behind you, there you have the tower, which is called the Toren.
This one.
Yeah. And beyond that, all was water. And the ships that went to the East Indies,
Yeah, to
they
Asia.
departed from here. And the tower is called the Schrijers Tower, which is called the Criers Tower, because the women of the seamen
Yeah, the
that
sailors
were
that
on,
left.
that were on the ship, they stood there and waved at their husbands and cried.
Probably with a handkerchief in their hand, crying.
Or not.
Or not. Afraid that they probably maybe will not see their husbands again,
Yeah.
because seafaring was really dangerous in that time. So they went up here to get a better look, and to look at their husbands sailing away for as long as possible until they're out of sight, which is this tower right here. So everything from beyond that point was just open sea.